describing history in China
Going around with the 16 years old.
How do you accept that narration?
Going around with
Arab news.
I know what you mean.
Arab
However,
news.
you're more inclined
That was
to believe
circling
your
the
own
Kaaba
religious
before
text.
Islam.
So now you're being
That was
biased to a
circling the
religious
Kaaba.
text
Come on.
to know the history.
Arab sources.
Yes, exactly how you
Read it.
were with the Kaaba.
Ikra.
If you go
Where's the Injil?
Okay, one second.
Mansur, where's the Injil?
What was your evidence for the Kaaba?
That was
Your
circling the
response is
Kaaba
Not being circled by
before
a
Islam.
your response is, it is okay to be.
Notice, he's not answering
Your,
the question.
your,
Notice
your,
that.
Ask him again. Ask him
your
again.
response
No,
is,
no, no.
it's okay
Ask him the question
to
again.
have a bias
Ask him the question
to a
again.
religious text if you believe in a religious text. Is that what you're telling me?
That's what he said.
Are you having difficulty listening because of all this distraction?
Ask him the question. Ask him the question again.
Little bit, we'll tell them to stop acting in your ears.
Ask him the question again. Go on.
But you have the right to tell them.
Let me just get him. Ask him the question
You
again.
have the right to tell them.
Can you repeat again, please?
So,
Mansur, you're a dinosaur.
when we talk about, for example, history of the Kaaba, the Hajj and so on, what I gave you, I said, from the Islamic tradition. Did I tell you that? Islamic tradition. This is what we consider to be what happened, because this is our tradition. If somebody says no, we disregard this tradition, we do not accept this tradition, then the questions come from methodology. Number one, why do you disregard our Islamic tradition? And what else do you have for these historical events? You have to justify both of them.
I want to ask, where is the evidence for the Islamic
Shalili, خرج دماغك اسكا دماغ خرج اسكا
Islamic text.
خرج دماغك
So
اسكا
it's biased, right?
That's what I'm asking you. Do you agree? Do you agree? A religious history by the religious people,
Notice he
it
has
is acceptable to the religious people
He's dancing
themselves,
around
right?
your question,
Do you
not
agree?
actually answering it.
A religious tradition is acceptable to the religious community. Because for them,
and here
for them, this tradition or history is accurate and correct because it comes from God.
Exactly what I said earlier. With the, what was the religious text for the Indians?
The Veda.
The Veda, exactly. This is what I said earlier. If it was in the Bible, I would believe it. Because it's in a different religious text,
So
I'm
now-
not inclined to believe it. I have a different belief from the Bible to the Quran. You believe in the Quran that Jesus wasn't crucified, but I believe he was crucified.
So let's come back to the agreement then.
So
What we
this
agree,
is our agreement, yeah.
So what we agree is that our respective religious traditions we give preferences to.
Exactly. You
Right?
believe your traditions, I
Right.
believe mine.
So now, when there is a disagreement between historicity of an event, between our religious traditions, the question is, how do we resolve this matter? Tell me some criteria that we can use when there is a discrepancy between, say, Jewish, Christian religious tradition about a historical event and Islamic tradition between a historical event of the same event.
What I would use now, and correct me if I'm wrong, I would use then a secular bit of evidence, something from outside, something that isn't Islamic, something that isn't Christian. I would use something like that. But earlier, you then said secular evidence, you can't use it.
No, I didn't say anything like that.
Yes, you did.
No, please listen carefully.
Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
I
You
did
said
not
that you
say
couldn't
anything
use
about
secular evidence.
secular evidence you cannot use or you can use. I didn't say anything like that.
Yes,
I was
you did say that.
establishing.
You did, you liar.
For Gus.
You deceiver.
Look at the liars. It's all on tape. You can watch it
for
later.
example, notice
Yeah?
he
You
had
can
an
watch it
entire
later.
tirade
So,
about secular evidence.
about secular
and how it
evidence,
was
here's my take
reliable,
now.
And how
Are you
it
listening?
show priority
Are you listening?
to religious history. Because if you rely
So
on
secular
secular
historical
sociology,
details.
or even other sources,
There is-
they tell you
No,
how
actually,
existed.
I broke
You
down
should be able to find it.
Because I
The
can't.
idea that the Kaaba is built by
Focus on
Abraham
speaking to-
is strictly a claim of
So
Islam.
this is the
It's not a
inferiority
claim,
of
it is
Christian
simply
belief
a
system.
claim
These
within
people
the
have,
actual
not you,
Islamic
these people.
corpus.
Because
Now,
they feel
when
that
you have
Christianity
the
will be
Vedas,
dismantled,
the Vedas
and
can
that's
make
why
claims.
they interjected
Now, if
every
the
single
Vedas make
conversation.
claims about
Do you want me to show you?
Then unless we can
Tens and
verify
tens of
these,
conversation
go
where they
ahead,
come and heckle?
Go ahead, show me.
Show us.
And
You know what?
I will
Show
show
us.
him hundreds
It's
where
on
you've
there.
heckled. Go ahead. Bring it up. Bring up some
I've
evidence
seen it.
of what
I've
you
seen it.
said.
I watch
That'd be great.
YouTube.
Right.
No.
So-
I see heckling from both sides. Everyone heckles.
Have you seen me going and heckling a
I have.
conversation?
Let me show you. Let me show you.
Yeah?
Let me show you. A couple of years ago, a guy called David Lynn came here.
Have you seen
and,
me
and
heckling a
Mini Mansur
conversation
got brave.
yourself?
So Mini Mansur wanted to go and heckle.
And what was the
let me
heckling
show you
conversation that I
heckling.
held?
I can't remember exactly.
I'll show you right now.
I can't remember exactly. I don't even remember what I had for breakfast.
Okay. That's your problem, not mine.
As you can see, this is Mini Mansur with his mouth open, yelling at a preacher for no apparent reason. Now, the preacher left the park. He went outside. Guess who followed him? Minnie Mouse Mansur. As you can see, he's outside. And Minnie Mouse Mansur decides that he is going to come and echo. Look, it's Minnie Mouse Mansur. Minnie Mouse Mansur.
You're lying, Mansur. You're the one doing
Minnie Mouse Mansur.
So when he finished,
when you're
went
talking, I
outside.
listen to you.
Look at him right here. Look at him right here. Minnie Mouse Mansur decided to leave, go outside, and then head go with the pastor. And as you can see, here is Mansur. And in fact, Mansur was so belligerent that Mansur claimed that the pastor should give him his whole mic. So Mansur came over here, he's yelling at the pastor's turning away from him, and Mansur tackling. So Mansur, you're nothing more than a tiny hypocrite. If you claim you don't like who, you engage in it very clearly. Right here.
Sorry, we couldn't hear you.
It's on video. So you can expose the students and let you run away.
I said clearly here.
Yo, you have to ask him questions. He's playing games with you. Ask him questions. Don't let him jump.
I know.
Yo, you let him escape? You let him escape? No. Come on.
Do what my ancestors do. Go ahead, Johnson.
This is your teacher, bro? This is the guy that's teaching you?
He's had some problems.
There's no voices. You out there? You gonna let your teacher, bro? Look at that. They're embarrassed. They're embarrassed.
No, I asked him a question, and he couldn't answer.
You got pressing the one.
So that's not it. They don't want to answer.
Mansur, I want to talk to you.
Put the mic.
I thought.
Chariot remains.
Put it on her.
No,
Put it on her. Oh, you want to talk? He's not going to talk to her. So put the mic on her. Put the mic on her.
Have we found any evidence from Moses from the secular history since we've been digging for a long time? No, we haven't. Can you show me one single historical reference from academia in which now we have found Moses and prophets? Open challenge. Open challenge to all of you.
Oh, really?
Go ahead.
Can you
Can you show us where Adam built the Kaaba?
Mansur, give me the open challenge about the original Quran.
Show us where. Who's Mike?
And to you as well.
No, that's fine, Mansur. I'm right here.
I don't want to stick to my
Mansur, give me evidence from the original Quran.
Yeah.
Give me evidence of Sahih Bukhari manuscript being dated in the 6th century. Where's historical evidence of Muhammad in the 6th century, Mansur? Mansur, where is the historical evidence of Muhammad from the 6th century? Well, woman in Islam goes to Muhammad and tradition is mine. Why are you talking?
He has no sources. He said Adam built the Kaaba. Show us your sources. Adam built the Kaaba. Show us your sources.
I don't care about your money, my brother.
Come on. Show us. Adam built the Kaaba. He doesn't care. You let him run, though. You let him run.
According to Muhammad. According to Muhammad.
Your biblical code is that women can teach. Embarrassing. Stop. You guys are embarrassing. Embarrassing.
If you want to respect her,
Show some respect.
how about you respect her alive? How about that?
Show some respect.
Yes, indeed. Show her respect. My master.
What happened to the guy that you was talking to?
Show some respect to the lady.
Yes, master.
This is a hypocrite. He's not following Muhammad's example. In Sahih Bukhari 2658, the Prophet said,
He's running!
Of a woman equals half of that of a man. This is because of the pregnancy of a woman's mind. You're a hypocrite, Mansur. Muhammad said, women are deficient in mind. Go to somebody who is knowledgeable, Mansur. You hypocrite.
But obviously, this Christian had left and he said, that's what I'm saying.
You don't have brains.
Mansur, answer this hadith. You're a hypocrite. Listen to this. This is a hypocrite. Sahih Bukhari 2658. The Prophet said, isn't a a witness a woman equal to half of that of a man? The woman said yes. He said this is because of the deficiency of a woman's mind. Mansur is a hypocrite. He is a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite, Mansur. You're a hypocrite. Muhammad said women are deficient in mind. Stop picking on women.
Nothing. Zero. Nothing. Nada. No. Nothing. Christian Foundation.